Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Canada's election results, signaling they're committed to taking on Trump's tariffs. As of Friday, it looks like Doug Ford has secured a third term as Premier of Ontario, which is Canada's most populated province. It looks like his party will pull more than 80 seats out of the 124 in the legislature. So first, for the Americans watching this channel, Doug Ford is not somebody you would be ideologically or politically aligned with. He's a right-winger. Under normal circumstances, he probably would have been a Trump ally. But Trump went after the Canadian economy with his trade policies and insulted Canadian sovereignty with the 51st state stuff. Ford tapped into the outrage of Canadians over Trump's comments and took a sharp anti-tariff position. He took a hardline approach in just about every way that he could when it comes to countering Trump's trade war. Shortly after the tariffs were announced, Ford was talking about Trump and said, quote, "The guy pulled out the knife and, word that starts with F, yanked it into us. We're supposed to be his closest allies. His closest friend. It's terrible." He recently talked about hitting American energy imports, saying, quote, "We're reviewing the cost of electricity we're sending down there, and if he puts tariffs on anything in Canada or Ontario, they're getting a tariff on their electricity. And then we'll go to the next stage, and we'll wait to see what happens from there." That would immediately raise the price of electricity for a bunch of Americans, and it would be directly attributed to Trump's policies. It's a hardball move. After winning, he didn't change his rhetoric. In fact, he might have even sharpened it a little bit. During his victory speech, he said, quote, "Donald Trump thinks he can break us. He is underestimating the resilience of the Canadian people, the Canadian spirit. Make no mistake. Canada won't start a fight with the U.S., but you better believe we're ready to win one." So what does this mean for Trump? It means the Canadians seem unlikely to simply bend the knee and give Trump whatever he wants, or simply accept the implication of his trade actions. Ford seems to be willing to use a carrot and stick approach to Trump, by promising strong retaliation to Trump's actions and by offering up a strong energy alliance. Called something silly and militaristic like Fortress Amcan or something. Most Americans are rolling their eyes right now, and I get it. But he's trying to reach Trump, not us. The fortress rhetoric would align with Trump's Iron Dome rhetoric. That's the carrot. The stick is promised retaliation via energy, taxes, denial of access to stores, and so on. Canada knows, to use Trump's recent term, they have cards to play in the international poker game. It looks like Canada will be a tougher egg to crack for Trump than he thought, and maybe even more expensive than real eggs currently are. The one thing to remember for Americans who are catching tiny pieces of Doug Ford through tariff coverage is that he probably doesn't align with you on most positions. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.